Hi, I'm Kathy Bates with Practical Solutions, and today we're going to be talking about staging your home to sell. So, a lot of people that we help stage their home, they get it all staged and they say, "Gosh, I wish I would have done this years before because I probably could have stayed in my house." They realize they were living with a lot of excess and they didn't really need it. So when we help them get it decluttered, they actually love their house. So even if you're not moving, you might enjoy this video talking about streamlining your house. A streamlined house is always easier to live in, and it's also easier to sell because there's less clutter, less to deal with. A lot of times when stagers come in, they will just kind of take your stuff, box it up, get it out. They don't want it in your house and they want to make it look good. And that's their one goal. And we get that. But when we help stage your home, we do it a little bit more purposefully. We are looking towards your move. So we want to take you from staging to being packed, moved, and unpacked. We're thinking of the whole process. So when we're staging your house, there may be things we want to get out of the way. So we'll ask, well, do you want this? If yes, we will pack it up and have it ready for your move. If you don't want it, we'll go ahead and start donating those things so that you don't have to deal with the excess once you get to your new location and you'll be more organized. So, what is someone looking for when they are looking for a new home? Let's talk about that. They are looking for a home that they can see themselves in. They're looking for something better. Whether that be bigger or smaller, 1-story, 2-story, they're looking for something better and different. So we want to give them that. We want them to come into our home and we want it to be staged in such a way that they can envision themselves in this home. People are wanting to be maybe more organized. Maybe they want to cook more and they see a kitchen and they go, "Oh, in this kitchen I could cook more." Maybe they see a space where they can have more family time together. Or maybe they're looking for a place where they can work at home. So we want to think about what people are looking for in homes and try to create a home where they can have kind of a blank slate, but a little bit of definition to it so they can find themselves there. So what you want to do first is start with curb appeal. Drive up is the first thing they're going to see. And they usually make a decision within a couple of minutes whether this is the house for them or not. They may not even come in if the curb appeal is not there. So what you want to do is go out front and start looking at your house with a critical eye. Maybe you need to clean up those flower beds and plant some annuals and put out some fresh mulch. Those are always easy fixes to create some color, and it really gives your house a different look. You also want to declutter. So if you have any junk around your house, old broken down stuff, clutter on your front porch, get rid of that. Go ahead and get rid of that. It's going to help you get ready for your move, but also it's going to help it look a lot better. Then look at things like your door. Does your door need to be painted? Is there some trim that needs to be painted? Something that's going to immediately tell that person, this is a project. They may be ready to walk away right there because it's too much work. People are looking for move-in ready. No one has a lot of time to do projects. So the more it can be move-in and ready, the better. Next, you're going to think about decluttering the inside, especially surfaces. So let's talk about surfaces. You want your surfaces to be clear of any collections that may draw their eye, clutter that draws the eye, definitely, but makes them think that's not the house for them. They're not buying the stuff in the house, but for some reason when people look at that stuff, they think, well, I don't like Hummels, and there's this collection of Hummels everywhere. So declutter those spaces, put a couple of tasteful things out, a candle, a plant, some decorations that are a little more modern. Take away all the personal items. So you definitely want to remove any pictures. We all know that. A realtor is going to ask you to get rid of anything personal like family photos. Now, when you're doing that, let's think. Are we going to have room for all of these in the new house? If not, you may want to take some of them out of the frames, keep some of them in the frames, pack them away, get them ready for your move. Maybe donate those excess frames that you didn't like. Then, you're also depersonalizing. You want to make your house look like a model home just for a weekend. Luckily, that's all we've got to do these days. The market's pretty good. You won't have to do it long term, but try to make your house look like a model home. So you don't want to have like toiletries hanging out everywhere and a bunch of personal stuff that makes them think, ooh, somebody else lived here. That's kind of like a dirty-ish thought. I had a friend that wouldn't even live in a house that anybody else had lived in, and I get that. So just remove all those toiletries, put them away, and also you want to declutter the furniture. So if you have rooms that are crowded, you want to pull some of that furniture out, and you can stick it in the garage. That's fine, storage unit, just so it's out of the way and those rooms look bigger and more open. And it's going to really allow your house to highlight the features of the home and not the stuff in the home. That's what you want to be going for. Then you're going to kind of rearrange. So you might find that some of your furniture needs to be rearranged. Yes, it's good for the function of your home, but we want to make this a little more generic. So maybe a cozy reading area. Maybe you want to make sure there's an office space. That's really important to people these days. So setting up a little neat and tidy desk area where they can envision themselves working at home. Make sure your bedrooms look peaceful and clutter-free. You can look at last month's post if you need some tips there. And then again, just put out some tasteful decor. You may want to add some decorations to things, move some things around. You know, you might have taken those family photos off the wall and now you need to kind of cover up that space where it was. Get a big canvas. They're really inexpensive. Something that's, you know, got some good colors and a little bit more, you know, fresh and modern, and, you know, it's going to really make everything pop and hide all the spots where you had those family photos and fill in that gap. So next you want to think about your storage. So people always want to look at storage space when they come into a home. Trust me, they're going to be opening up your closets, everything. So instead of it being crowded, pull some stuff out, and even if you have to pack it away, clothes, linens, whatever it might be, pull out the stuff you're not using, and you have two options. Some of that may be donate. You never want to take it to your new house. You never want to see it again. Get rid of it. Then other things you may say, well, I'm going to pack up all of my winter clothes and I'm going to put them away and have them ready for the move, and that's going to make my closet look bigger. I'm going to take away some of the excess linens that I can live without, but I want to keep, and I'm going to pack those away. And when you look at, let's say, a crowded linen closet, and you open it up and it's just filled and overflowing, that communicates there's not enough storage space in this house. And what you want it to communicate is there's plenty of storage. So by downsizing, decluttering, neatly folding it back in there, it's going to communicate that. So then think about some projects around your house. Think about the inspection. What is the inspection going to pull up? Is it going to pull up the fact that you need a roof, that you have wood rot, that you have little electrical or plumbing issues? Go ahead and try to take care of those, because you don't want too much to show up on the inspection, and then all that work you've done to decide on this buyer, they may head for the hills when they see all the things that need to be done on the house. So we know things are going to come up on the inspection, negotiations are going to be made, but if there are any large items, go ahead and take care of those prior. Then you want to clean everything. You want it to sparkle. You want your windows cleaned, your fixtures cleaned, deep clean everywhere. If you don't have someone, or your realtor doesn't have someone, we always have a recommendation there, but you want everything to be very clean. You also want to think about odors. So everyone loves pets, but no one loves the pet odor. And so sometimes somebody else's pets, you're thinking about that house and all that's in the carpet. Try to get rid of those odors, whether you're cleaning the carpet. I know I've used vinegar and water to get rid of a lot of smells. It's amazing. But try to get rid of those smells, any smells in your house, and take those pet things with you when you take your pet. So throw that litter box in your car or somewhere in the garage. Get that out of your home so that people aren't seeing that and really, focusing on the fact that there's a pet in this house. And then put in a nice pleasant aroma somehow. I know we don't want to leave candles burning, so maybe a plug-in with a nice fresh scent, maybe something cozy like vanilla or baked cookies or something fresh like linen or laundry, but don't get too perfumey or something specific that people aren't going to like, but you want your house to smell good. Lastly, you want to look at your lighting. Lighting is very important. Everybody wants a fresh, open, airy house. So open up your blinds in all the rooms. Turn on the lights. If you find that some of your lights are a little bit dull, maybe change out the bulbs. But try to create an environment where there's a lot of light. They can really see the features of the home. So those are some of what we have. We're going to be posting some real estate agents' opinions on this throughout the month. We want them to share with you what they think is really important when it comes to staging your home, and I'm sure they'll come up with some things I didn't, but they are the experts. And I always say, go to your agent and see what they want, because they know what's selling in the market. They hear what people are saying about houses, and they know exactly what needs to be done. A lot of times they'll give us a list and then we just plug away. And the good thing about that is you get your house on the market quicker when we can help stage it. If it's left to you and you only have the weekends to work on it, it could take a really long time to get it done. And in this market, with interest rates going up, you really want to put your house on the market as soon as possible to get the very best price for it. I also encourage clients in this crazy market to get their house all ready, walk out the door, and go somewhere for the weekend, whether that be to the beach or to a friend's or to a family member's. Leave your house and get out of there. That way you don't have to worry about maintaining it. And also, you're not going to be staying in that house much at all anyway, because if it is going on the market, let's say on a Friday, you're going to have showings all the way till Sunday night, and then get all those contracts in and make a decision. But you're going to probably have multiple offers. You're going to have more than that of people viewing your house, so it's going to be pretty much constant. And so leaving your house is not a bad idea. But we offer a free consultation. Please call us at any time to discuss your move, and we can put together a plan, because so many times people go into it without a plan. They don't know where they're living, and all of a sudden they sell their house and they find out how hard it is to buy a house, because same problem, there were 20 offers on your house, there's going to be 20 offers on the house you want. Also, things like estate sales. Houses are selling so quickly, there's no time to schedule an estate sale. So asking for a little bit more time after you close on the house is really important. So we can help you with the overall plan, from starting off, decluttering and staging, packing, moving, unpacking, everything you need for your move. And we can do bits and pieces of it. We can do all of it for you, whatever you need. But please call us. It's free, and I love helping people plan out their moves. Even if they don't need us, I like to be able to at least give them resources they need to make their move easy, because moving is not easy. Join us next month on April 12th at 10 o'clock. We're going to be talking about how living simply helps the environment. So we all know the environment is very important to us, and on April 22nd, we celebrate Earth Day. So we're going to be talking about how living simply really gets to the root of all the waste in this world. So we'll be talking about that. We hope you'll join us. And please like and share this video, and feel free to comment and ask us any questions. And you can always call us at 909-307-4862. Thanks, and have a great day.